April, and for us the Challenge Cup trail is just getting underway. All-conquering Leeds against Warrington is our live fourth-round tie. And from California, all the performances of a fantastic week for Britain at the World Track Cycling Championships. Along with the action, all the information comes as ever via Score Interactive and Final Score, and that's the afternoon ahead on Grandstand. The Super League Trophy and the World Club Challenge Trophy sit together pretty comfortably here at Headingley, and this week's shock defeat apart, Leeds Rhinos are living up to their billing of the best club side in the world. But they're still one trophy short of perfection. The PowerGen Challenge Cup is currently in the hands of St Helens, and this season's cup competition starts in earnest this weekend with quite a bit to live up to. Helens triumphant last year. They beat Leeds Rhinos on the way to that success. The Challenge Cup this season is more of a summer competition with a final in August in Cardiff. Leeds Rhinos are determined to be there, but Warrington here this afternoon is their first big hurdle. It would have been a routine task for a side that seemed to be threatening to go through the season unbeaten, but this week the world champions suffered a shock defeat by Wakefield. Are the seeds of doubt starting to grow for Leeds? Certainly Warrington, last year's semi-finalists, hope so. Their own promising season has disappointed so far, but this week has shown how unpredictable rugby league can be, and no competition produces more shocks than the Challenge Cup. Well, the Rhinos coach, Tony Smith, will certainly be aware of that. How big a shock was that midweek defeat by Wakefield, Tony?
Yeah, it was disappointing. One of those things, I think, when you play games close together, they prepared a lot better than us and got the spoils, and they deserved it very much so.
You were very generous after the match. You said they were clearly the better side, but what do you feel went wrong from the Rhinos' point of view?
Well, we were a little flat for whatever reasons. You know, in a short turnaround, you don't know whether to work your players harder or give them more time off, so it's really hard to tell. It's one of those things that can happen in rugby league, and the good thing about rugby league is the team who deserves to win usually does, and they did.
Warrington this afternoon, do they have reason to fear the Rhinos' reaction to that defeat?
I hope so. Certainly as a coach you want your team to bounce back, but you know, having said that, we played Warrington not so long ago and they gave us a really tough game, and so we've got a lot of respect for them, and you know, it's not going to be clear cut.
Has been a fantastic start to the season. Everyone was starting to talk about records and unbeaten runs. Was that starting to become also a bit of a distraction?
I don't think so. That's more for the media to hype up. It's you know, which is fine. While ever anybody's talking about us, and it's usually pretty positive, those sort of things. So no, we were happy with the media to speculate about all those things. But you know, it's just a case of us getting our things right each week and being prepared to put on our best performance each week. And when we do that, we usually come away with the spoils.
Right, the sun is shining. It always does shine on the Challenge Cup, so it seems. How important and how big a priority is it for you to get that complete set of silverware that Bradford had a couple of seasons ago?
We're not getting drawn into it. We'd love to, of course. Any competition we enter into, we want to do well in. You know, and Challenge Cup is very much on our list. But you know, that all comes down to today, and we're not going to look any further than today. We know it's going to be a tough match, and you know that's the beauty of this cup. It's you know, it comes down to what the performance on each occasion. If you don't get a second chance.
Tony, thanks very much indeed, and very best wishes for this afternoon. 2:30 kickoff, or 2:35 kickoff for Leeds against Warrington this afternoon. Let's show you exactly what's happening on the programme ahead of that. Comprehensive coverage of the World Track Cycling Championships in California coming up. I won't give too much away, but Britain enjoyed its best ever competition. Rugby League build-up from 2:15. Ian Millward and Brian Noble are our special guests today. And 2:35 for Leeds Rhinos against Warrington Wolves. The whole match is live. But Score Eye, the digital football service that can keep you in touch with everything else that's going on. And final score at 4:30 will bring you the complete football story. Well, some of it has started already. Let's go to Ray Stubbs for all the sports news so far.
Thanks very much, Steve. Let's go immediately to the Valley to get the latest on Charlton's game with Manchester City. Gerald Sinstadt reporting.
If you want an argument for summer football, this sunlit Valley is it. Manchester City seemed to like it after a dynamic start gave them a lead inside 4 minutes. With Zampa's fine header from Rayner's cross beaten away for a corner, City's second. When that was taken, Dunn's header was met on the line by Ryderson, but skewed off his boot into the net. Charlton's counter was quick. James couldn't hold Thomas's low cross, and Bartlett bundled in the equaliser. Since then, Kylie has made good saves from Fowler and Mackin. If this is summer football, it gets my vote.
From football to rugby union, Newcastle's Johnny Wilkinson is still waiting to see if he can take his place on the bench against Stade Francais in this afternoon's Heineken Cup quarter-final. Wilkinson has been out with a knee injury for 3 weeks. He's given a 50-50 chance of being in the squad. In today's other quarter-final, 2-time winners Leinster meet Leinster at Lansdowne Road. And last night, Northampton's European dreams were crushed by Toulouse, while tomorrow Munster face Biarritz. Renault's Fernando Alonso was fastest and first qualifying for tomorrow's Bahrain Grand Prix. The Spaniard beat Toyota's Jarno Trulli into second place, with Michael Schumacher third. Britain's Jenson Button was 12th, David Coulthard 14th. Roger Federer is through to the final of the Nasdaq Open in Miami after defeating Andre Agassi in straight sets. The Swiss star will meet Spanish teenager Rafael Nadal, the big compatriot David Ferrer in the other semi-final. In today's women's final, Kim Clijsters will play Maria Sharapova. And the cricket news, India have won the first one-day international against Pakistan thanks to an unlikely 5-wicket haul from Sachin Tendulkar. Centuries for Virender Sehwag and Rahul Dravid left the tourists chasing 282 to win, but they were all out for 194. And in his first test as captain, Shivareen Chanderpaul hit a career-best 203 not out as the West Indies declared on 5-4-3 for 5 in the first test against South Africa. The tourists will resume their reply this afternoon on 2 without loss. And that's it. Back to Steve at Headingley.
Thanks, Ray. Leeds Rhinos against Warrington Wolves is our live action this afternoon. Be sure to be with us at around about 2:15 for all the build-up ahead of this Challenge Cup 4th round tie. But the sport of track cycling has given Britain a great deal to celebrate, certainly at the last couple of Summer Olympic Games. And the recent World Championships held in California saw a number of other tremendous British performances, and Jill Douglas was lucky enough to be there.
Los Angeles, a city famous for its movie industry, the Californian sunshine, and miles of beautiful beaches. You know, you can cycle all the way from Redondo Beach to Malibu along a 27-mile cycle path. But it's cycling of an altogether more serious nature that brings us to LA, as the city hosts the World Track Cycling Championships, an opportunity to see the very best in the world compete against one another at this high level for the first time since the Olympic Games.
Oh, Chris Hoy is the Olympic champion, the Commonwealth champion, the world champion. Here comes Bradley Wiggins. Bradley Wiggins wins the gold medal in an Olympic record